Welcome back to Football Manager 2024 with Rushall Olympic, Diamond in the Rough. After winning the league last episode with 105 points currently, we can only go a little bit higher. 108 is the highest that we can go, but it's not good enough, I think, to win anything. To get any record, there's nothing that we can do. 34 wins is the most as well. I don't think we're going to come close to that. This is really not for anything. So there's no real point to this. 32, yeah, I think it was 35, right? 34 wins, so we'd be 2 away anyway, so we can't end up winning any records. There's no chasing anything. Nothing really matters anyways, and just looking at where everything is. In terms of schedule, we do have our cup game about a month after. It's literally almost a month, so we might have Brady for that game. So that is pretty exciting. Brady is around 3 to 6 weeks, so he might be able to somehow make that. I'd be very happy if he could. It would definitely help us in winning it. But I feel as though Gateshead does have something to play for. They could either drop. It could be the difference between home field advantage and not. If Oldham ends up winning and they end up losing, they could easily drop down. And same thing with Moors. Moors is higher in goal differential. So if we end up beating Gateshead, they could drop all the way down to potentially 6th place, which could be huge because they'd be playing either Rockdale or Barnet instead of facing off against probably Oldham at home. So that's going to be a big implication there. Our overall balance is around 500k. I still don't know how much we end up getting just being in the league next season, but obviously it's going to be a lot better than being in this league. We finally turned professional as well, and they end up giving us our transfer budget, which is around 100k next season, which most likely we're going to just put that all into payroll budget. And then looking at the amount of money that we're currently spending, we're spending around 8,600. So we do still have around 2.1, which isn't going to be enough. We're definitely going to have to flip that in. So we'll look at what the finances is actually going to do to it. So if we end up moving it all over to wages, we get around 12. Yeah, 12,507. So we get like around 4 grand. Who's anyone expiring? So these guys are all expired. So that doesn't necessarily have an implication. We could just say goodbye to all these people. But at the end of this season, we have Woodthorpe that might need to get re-signed. Agwobo that's not going to be with us, but we're not paying him anything anyways. Mantum is still with us. So everyone from here down seems like they're going to be with us for next season. We still have Hanbury for 2 more seasons after this. And we still have a bunch of people actually. So a lot of our good players are definitely going to stick around with us. But we're going to have to look a little bit more closely in terms of who we're going to want to offer contracts with. Makuna is definitely one of those ones that I'm going to want to. Ollie Evans as well. And then Martin, who we just end up getting. But we could just let them ride with us as well. So unless someone ends up offering someone else a contract, they want him on free. But we're going to look at that later because anyone that has Veronama National, we're probably not going to want to invest a little bit more in it. Makuna we might just because it's okay to have one. But he is currently obviously playing in a much better than what he normally would be. But someone like Maloney, we're going to try and offload. We're going to try and offload anyone that's not playing anything, even if it's for nothing, because all those 250, that's 650 as well, is going to add up super quick. Summers is obviously going to stay with us as well. But yeah, O'Brady, we might even try and re-sign him at some point as well. But let's jump to see what our squad's going to be like for this next game. We're probably going to end up rotating. We don't have anything to play with, so we're going to kind of pick players that we kind of want to see a little bit more of. Probably more youth than anything. We don't want to get anyone injured for long term, so especially moving into the next season where it's going to be probably the most important first couple games of our season for sure, but it's going to be a complete overhaul, I think, for next season. So let's see what squad we have for the next game. And here's the squad that we ended up picking for our last game in the National League. We have Hanbury in goal, Woodthorpe, Cullinan, Kushienza, and Barrett as our back 4. We have Taylor, Martin, and Panassar as our mid. So a bunch of new faces there. Panassar is the only one that really featured that much. And then we have Claymat and Havenhand as our wingers, and then Omlu up front. but we'll probably end up seeing Rowe at some point. I think Rowe's going to come in just kind of to, I guess, not say farewell, but I should have probably put Mantum in actually. But he's going to probably play the cup game. So Gateshead form has been 2 wins and 3 losses. Let's see what ours has been. Ours has been 4 wins and 1 draw, so it feels that we can come in. This is pretty interesting. I've never seen this before, so it looks like they're celebrating us winning the league. So I do like that. That is a pretty decent respect there, especially since I haven't seen that ever happen. I guess it's because we're not at home, so that's pretty cool. But we're not going to forget that. We're not going to take it easy on them. But again, we're playing away from home, so maybe not embarrassing them too much. But I wouldn't be surprised if we end up losing this game. We don't have any fans for this game. I don't see any of them, not on either side. So they're taking the day off. We can't, though. I just don't want to get embarrassed. I wouldn't mind winning the last game that we have in this league because we're never going to see it again after this. So might as well end up trying to get whatever points we can. I'm gonna look very hard to see if I can find any one of our fans. I don't see any, at least on this side. We're only defending right now, so it's hard to see if there's anyone on their side. Omlu ends up getting it, and then that's the end of the highlight. Possession is pretty split, but no shots on target. This might be one of those boring games where it ends 1-0 on either side. Dagenred and Barnett are playing as well. So it would be interesting to see that if we didn't end up winning our games, to see if it came down to the last game, whether or not Barnett could actually win it. But 20 minutes in, still nothing really, but it looks like it's all Gateshead. We definitely need better midfield for this. There's no way that's a penalty. Oh my god. It's a pen? I guess they don't review that. That looked like outside the box. Hanbury can't quite save it, so we go down 1-0 on, in my opinion, what is a kind of a soft play. I don't know if League 2 ends up getting gets VAR though. We haven't really done anything, so we're going to demand more here. Again, another highlight there. We could easily go down 2-0 here. But I mean, conceding a goal like that, pretty depressing. At least it didn't at least it didn't matter. It's not like it's a massive game for us. But if that happens in the cup, I'll be pretty pissed. Hanbury ends up saving it, no problem. And they did say that I should have played our backup, but I don't really trust any backup. And we still can't get anything. It looks like our midfield is definitely the problem. Between Martin and Taylor, it doesn't look like they quite have what it takes. So we might want to address that very soon, actually. 7 shots, 6 on target. I do apologize anyone watching this. I would skip ahead because it doesn't look like we're going to really get anything moving until the second half at least. And we could easily go down 2-0, which at this point would be, oh, almost did, which would be pretty pointless to watch. But Barnett also goes up 1-0. So, I mean, we would have had to have won the rest of our games anyways. Separating us is 5 points though. That's also because we end up not getting any shot on target. So, Taylor's coming off. We're putting in Rowe. I can't watch any more of that. Chuck Wogbo might come in, or Mukuna as well, or Summers. You know what? Summers is going to come in for Martin. We'll leave it at that, and then see who might end up coming in. Mukuna might come in as well. So either Mukuna or our striker that's on loan will come in, but oh, that was pretty bad. Summers' first opportunity there ends up kicking it completely away. So I guess possession doesn't really matter in this. Why hold it? Panassar with it. Clayma now running down the wing, loses it immediately. Gateshead's not that good. So the fact that some of our players are struggling with it is pretty sad. Koscienza cleans up that, no problem. Barrett to Hanbury. I don't really like playing with it at the back. Obviously, Omlu does not go in for the tackle. We're definitely going to concede this because he didn't go for it. Just watch. And yeah, no, we don't, but we could have easily done it. Just because Omlu doesn't want to go in for tackles. Let's change up our instruction here. Let's work ball into middle, higher tempo, and let's not waste any time. Do that. See if that can command something. At least get a shot on target. This is just pathetic. I would even also probably fast forward to next game here, because I mean there's not really much to see here. We did end up fixing our midfield, but it still looks like there's a big issue. It looks like it's just because they have something to play for and we don't. Still no fans. I think they all just decided not to show up. We'll end up making a switch. Omlu's going to come off. I don't think I can watch this anymore. Omlu's going to come off for Chuck Wogbo. What's his... Poacher. Okay. I like that. Let's see if he has any desire of wanting to score. Or at least get one on target. So we have it in the offense here. Ham in hand now with it. We end up getting the one in. So I do like that. See what happens when we end up taking him off. My god. We end up scoring almost immediately. Panassar to Klema, and then Havenhand calls for it, gets it. That's what happens when you end up shooting on target, guys. One shot, one on target. That's all that matters. And we might go more attacking. Go attacking. We'll encourage the team. Havenhand with it to Chuck Bobo. Back to Barnett. To Havenhand. Havenhand, can he beat your man? No, he's going to pass it back to Cushienza. Going to find Panassar. Panassar can't quite get to it. I'm not even going to blame him for the attempted header because he was a little bit far away from it. And that's like Amalu not going in for the headers like that. I don't mind so much. Or I mind more than Panassar trying to go for it. So we concede a corner. I feel as though we could also end up conceding this game. I don't really care that much. Richardson ends up missing, but we still have something to fight for. We end up conceding a free kick as well. Hanbury can't quite get to it, but it doesn't really matter. And Barnett's winning 4-0. The good thing it didn't come down to this game because our team is already drunk on the celebrations. I just hope that we get this out of our system for the cup game, because I'll be very upset if we can't get the cup at the end. It's going to be a decent amount of money at the end of it, and I wouldn't mind being a double Suzu champ. And I think it's against Ultrachem, so they don't really have anything to play for anyways, so they'll definitely be fighting for it. Let me pause this. Let me demand more here. See if it's going to come in time. Kind of doubt it is. Only the one shot, though. So we probably FM'd them. Even if we end up losing this one, we still FM'd them. For sure. And it gets headed away. Goes for a corner, probably. Rowe, Panassar, Havenhand, Claymont. Everyone's kind of tired. A guy's name's Booty? No way. So that guy's offside. 4 minutes extra time. Looks like that's probably going to be all she wrote. So we're going to end up tying the last game that we end up playing here. Summers to Havenhand now. Yeah, that's all she wrote probably. Just end the game. Just end our misery. We're in here. I thought we were going to lose. I thought for sure we were going to lose. So they got a corner to end the game, but it's probably going to be the last play. All we have to do is clear it. Cushienza clears it. Is that all she wrote? What? Full time. Yeah, Gateshead won't be very happy with that. Let's see if it bumped them down, because they did need a win. Yeah, whatever. We'll sympathize with that. Gateshead still managed to stay in the same spot. So it didn't really matter. So Solihull Moors, did they end up winning? They end up winning. So the tie ends up actually saving them. So we did completely FM them anyways. But let's fast forward to a month and let's play the cup game and see if we have better luck there. Before the cup game, though, we did manage to get 3 signings in, though. Apparently, the transfer window ends up starting now, which is kind of weird in May, and then it's 7 days away. But we end up bringing in Sam Proctor as our backup goalkeeper. So he is currently a potential Veronema national, but it's more so just for the potential eventually. We did get Kamasin as well, who has probably the most potential out of anyone. He could easily be, well, also a national one as well. I feel as though we end up scouting them a little bit better than this. And we did get another striker as well. His intangibles are pretty good, but we might even retrain them as a winger because just his dribbling, even his crossing and finishing is pretty good. His determination is very high, which is why we grabbed him. But he could improve a lot. He is already good enough to play in this league. So those are the players that we ended up getting. But our assistant coach is not assistant coach, but our general manager is the biggest idiot on the planet. He ended up signing everyone. Signing everyone plus, like, I'll take a look at some of their contracts. It honestly irritated me as I was seeing it. I was so pissed off. I think he ended up doing like Haven Hand as well. We'll take a quick look. So promotional salary raise is going to be 25%. I'm pretty sure that means that as soon as we get promoted, he's getting an extra 25%, which is insane. So it's going to, like, the 475 is going to go up. And if I'm right about that, he is fired immediately because that is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever seen. Yeah, he's not even that good. But that would be catastrophic to our team, especially since we're not paying too much for everyone. But even Ollie Scott ends up getting 550 now. He wasn't getting nearly that much. But the only good thing is at least he can potentially play League Two. But that's still a lot to pay for someone. But basically, end of rant though. But and then hopefully we can kind of focus on that. But we are probably going to have to move all our transfers as well. We do have Amika Peters also coming in, but that's not till the 10th though. He looks pretty good. He's an A+ priority. I don't hate this one. This is a good one. He should be a decent winger for us. He's going to be probably our best attacking left mid. Summers is going to have to find another spot for him, or we can, I don't know, offload him. It would be a decent offloading as well. So he's going to be pretty good for us as a winger, and then we have Daly as well coming in as a striker. So we're going to have 3 strikers. I feel as though Haven Hand's going to have to find another position, but just his speed alone, we might even move him as attacking right mid. But he is a Jamaican national, but he is joining our team as well. He comes from Norwich, and determination's okay. Off the ball's pretty good, but it's just his speed, just his physical attributes alone is good enough for us. We might even train him as even defensive for that matter, just as a wing back. Can you imagine this guy just running all the way down the wing? That'd be insane. 17 pace, so we definitely need the pace for League 2. But we'll end up having to adjust this. We might even have to adjust it now. It's not going to quite do anything. I feel as though that's just going to tempt him to do it. Yeah, we're currently spending 16. Jesus, I can't believe that. So we're going to have to probably make some drastic changes in the offseason. Hopefully it doesn't burn us too much. So let's jump to the game and see if we can win the final. With a lot of the guys that we end up getting, it'll be interesting to see whether or not our assistant ends up suggesting that they play right away. But they have around a week to get acclimatized to the way that we end up doing things. So hopefully we can manage to do something with that. And let's see how it goes. So just before showing the lineups, we did win Head Coach of the Year. Not too bad. Not too bad. Obviously, we're pleased that we ended up getting it. Our notable win is the 5-1 thrashing that we did against Oldham. So let's see if we can actually manage to cap off this season and manage to win this. We have Hamburg in goal, Woodthorpe, Kushianza, Barrett, and then the other Barrett as well as our D. We have Rowe and Martin and Summers as our mid there. Makuna and Havenhand getting the nod as our wingers, and then Chuck Wugbo is going to get the nod up front instead of Omlu. We might even, you know what? I kind of want to see what we got with Ayatunde. If Ayatunde can do it, then why not? Brady doesn't look like he's back yet. That's kind of disappointing. And I mean, Clay Ma, I wouldn't mind seeing him as well. Kamasin as well. Feels a lot of these opportunities is that we're not going to have here. But yeah, we'll put. We'll end up just automatically assigned. Let's see if we can actually get the victory here. See if he's a good striker too. This is probably the perfect time to test it out. Because then I don't mind swapping Omlu in. So we have 3 wins, 2 draws, and we're facing off against a team who couldn't fight for promotion. So they won their last 4, and then they lost the last one. So let's see if we can get double losses here. I'm actually surprised. I thought they would have done a lot worse than that. So it looks like they turned around their season towards the end, but too little, too late. And let's see if we can. Let's see if the League 2 team that we are can manage to get back-to-back trophies. Hanbury manages to get it. That always freaks me out. He always runs out, and I never trust him to end up getting it. Attendance is around 11,000 though for this final. Pretty insane, but it is insane that it ends up happening a month after the season though. Ayatunde gets a yellow already. I don't like that. And Clark now with it. Hanbury ends up turning it away. Goal kick though. I thought he touched it. And it looks like it's all of them. I don't understand why we can't put our best foot forward. Maybe it's our midfield though, but it does look like we do have a decent amount of fans for this game. And I don't know if it's a home game. I don't think it is. But everyone's full here, and all I'm seeing is yellow shirts. Oh my god, this is pretty pathetic. So far they have 3 shots on target. Oh my god, four shots on target. We're going to demand more because this is pretty pathetic actually watching it. This is 2 games in a row that we're just letting it slip. Hanbury now with it. At least he ends up clutching it to safety. But if we don't end up shooting, we're not going to obviously win. But I feel as though this team's just a team that starts off strong and then they kind of fade into the darkness. And then we just end up taking over. But we do have 6 fouls here. This is not the best start, I would say. At least we get an offensive highlight here. Okay. I don't like Ayatunde already. He should have gone in for that header. I'm going to have to look at his stats at the end, but I thought he was going to be a top striker. We should have probably trusted Omlu instead. But our best offensive opportunity was nothing. Hanbury should have been able to get that. Well, we're moving into halftime. I don't really like this, how we're playing. Jeez, we could easily be conceding at least 1 goal here, but there's always a second half. Feels like the team talks are always better after the half. We can kind of clean up everything, but we need to get it out of our half before that. But hopefully we don't end up playing like this next season. Hanbury hits it away instead of catching it, which always results into bad decisions after that. And then he one-times it again. So already not liking how we're playing. We're conceding 7 shots, 3 on target. We're just waiting for them to score. And I don't know why we do clearances like that, but apparently we do. Rowe now with it. Let's see if he can make something happen before halftime. Summers with it. Finds Ayatunde. Ayatunde can't get a shot on. Makuna can't get a shot on, but at least it's a shot. And that's where all their fans are deciding to hide. We at least got 3 shots at the end of it. XG's probably are pretty much the same. But, yeah. No. We have to improve. What the hell? Why are they thinking that it's okay how they're playing? No one needs a rest, though. But I don't really like... Let me look at Ayatunde. I want to see his stats. I would have imagined his finishing would be better. So he's 10 and 10. Almost 13. I would have thought that his dribbling would have been better. And then where's Haven Hand? Haven Hand is here. Haven Hand has the best finishing. So let's swap them. We'll swap them right now. Haven Hand and Ayatunde. Ayatunde, if you get sent off, I'm selling you almost immediately. So Havenhand's now going to start off as our top striker here. Let's hope that that's the right decision right away. Let's hope that they deal well with the team talk. Because it's always hit or miss. It's either you're going to end up starting off strong or you're going to end up starting off pretty terrible. We end up getting slide tackled there before we get the ball back. That doesn't look like a great clearance. Martin is not very good. Jesus, that's kind of depressing. It would have been better if we end up having Manta. Manta got injured for around 2 months, just at the end. We end up at least heading it away, so at least we have Barrett there that we can trust to head it away. 6 minutes, though. That all took a minute. And so far, no shots, no extra shots here. I don't want to go to extra time or pens. And we get a penalty here. I should count ourselves lucky here. Who's going to take it? And it is Martin. No, not Martin. Oh my god. Who's this Martin guy? Why was he taking our penalties? His penalty taking is an 8. Okay, that's probably the best one though. That's pretty sad. 6. Okay, it is probably the best one. But yeah, Martin's done 2 things that has upset me so far. We should be up. That is ridiculous. Martin now at the corner. You better redeem yourself here. Don't be offside. Oh my god, Martin. Alright, Martin's coming off. I can't watch this anymore. Taylor's coming in for him instead. I don't know if I like that better. But I can't watch Martin anymore. His missed penalty, it's not even showing up as a missed penalty there. I just can't watch that anymore. That's like 3 things he's done that's upset me. Not getting back on side, missing a penalty. Even though he's probably our best shot for penalty at in extra time, but I don't know. I'm very spiteful when it comes to these games. It's so annoying. And it looks like they're just dominating the passing now. We might have to make another change. Maybe Martin was the reason why we didn't end up conceding, but I kind of doubt that. I mean, XG, we are ahead of it. Makuna gets a yellow as well. Feels though Ayatane needs to come off though. 60th minute. We're gonna wait a little bit. Hanbury gets another save there. But we need to spark something. So Summers might also have to come off, but I don't think I have another midfield for it. And you know what? We're gonna make the switch. I feel as though we kind of have to. Rowe is gonna come up here. I think Summers is gonna come off now. We're gonna do our 2 striker. That's worked in the past. So we'll put actually, yeah. Poacher. I don't know why we have Poacher. He's going to be a Poacher. Havenhand's going to be backing forward or advance forward here. And we're going to try and play it into the box. Omlu might also come in as well. You know what? Crossing isn't necessary there. So we'll give it a minute. But we might switch off Omlu or put in Omlu instead. Then we'll adjust that. Probably shouldn't have done it on a break here. And Hanbury punches it away instead of catching it again. And it goes out for a goal kick here. So once this gets settled, we're going to change our instructions again. Oh my god, okay. So we're not going to waste time. Higher tempo. And work ball into box. Oh, what the hell happened there? I don't know why that did it right after. That is a very odd stoppage there. We almost concede there. Jesus. It feels though, yeah, the Barrett. Oh, why would it? He doesn't even have a yellow yet. Taylor with it now. See if we can make something happen here. See if we can get the counter. What was that? Oh my god, Chuck Wugbo, you're trying to screw us. And we almost score again. Jesus. Goal kick, though. So annoying. So even... Oh my god. Okay, I can't watch this anymore. So we're going to take off... Ayatunde, we're going to take off. We're going to put Haven Hand here and Omlu up front. I can't even watch half this stuff anymore. But they're getting a counter on us. And all we have to do is stop them. Just don't let them shoot. None with it. And he has nothing. Nothing. Omlu comes in. We're going to demand more because this is pretty pathetic watching it. We only have the five shots now. One on target. Our XG's higher though. So believe that as you will. We're obviously not going to change from positive though. Heyman Hand couldn't even get a cross on. Why is this team better than what they've been when we played them? And we're just going to let them walk in. I don't know who's our defender there, but we just let them walk right into into the net. Oh my god. Good thing they hit crossbar because, I mean, they deserve to win. I will be honest. They definitely deserve to win. We haven't really shown up yet. But Makuna now with it to Taylor. To Rowe. Omlu shoots it and we score. It won't. Who was offside? What? No way. That is not offside. That is not offside. Oh my god. That was a weird jump there. At least he was looking at the ball though. I don't understand how that doesn't count. Oh my god. So we have a penalty that we missed. And then we have a goal that we actually scored that was not even a hair offside. But it was a nice strike though. So I do like that. But both strikers are not tired. Everyone else is exhausted. And I don't know how they keep catching us here. Just don't let them score. If they score now, it's all over. Hanbury, nerves of steel. Jesus. They have 5 shots on target, though. XG is now coming up. Don't concede a goal kick. Or a penalty, sorry. Let's encourage them. There's 4 minutes extra time. 3 minutes left. And we can't get it. I don't do it like this. Makuna now gets it to Omlu. Before Rowe, back to Omlu. Don't be offside here. Finish it. And he can't finish it. Oh my god, Omlu. Omlu. Now Omlu gets it again. Jesus, at least he's active though. It clearly and we get another penalty. Oh my god. Right at the end. Who's taking it now? Is it Omlu? It better be Omlu. Oh, Chuck Wugbo. And we make it count there. We should count ourselves lucky though. Yeah, that has to be the winning goal for sure. But we did have them towards the end. Guessing the wrong way, Chuck Wugbo ends up making them pay. I would count ourselves lucky though. It's at the very end. Better lucky than good, that is for sure. I'd be kind of okay if they score here too. I wouldn't be upset. But they would be upset that they didn't get a shot on target there. We'll take it. Back-to-back trophies. We didn't deserve it, but I mean, it could have been differently. We could have had 2 goals there as well, or 3 goals actually. Could have easily been 3-0. But we didn't play like what we normally do. I think it's just missing the midfield components. And we will take it. Second or third trophy. Fourth trophy actually of the save. We would gladly take it. If this doesn't make us the favorite personnel by the end of it, I'm going to be pretty pissed. Or no, I guess Icon. Icon? Probably Icon. So we'll take it. And hopefully we don't have to clean up the confetti there. We'll gladly take it. The somersault, we don't see it. Confetti's still coming off. But that's the end of the season, it looks like. Let's see if what they end up showing for it. We end up winning. We celebrated double as well. This is the best that this team's ever done, obviously. And finances, it does bring us up to 545. So we got around 80K just for that. Salaries are now much more expensive though. And yeah, we can view head coach timeline. It's not very long. We do have 4 trophies, 1 major one. Which was the major? We did win, yeah, the head coach of the year. Okay, so that's the major award that we ended up winning. But we now have 2 Isuzu FA Cup trophies, and then a League North and a National League as well. So pretty good overall. Couldn't be happier. And Hanbury, yeah, definitely deserves that. Like I said, better lucky than good. Into paying out, what, $575? I will give that out of my pocket. How are we overachievers when we won last year? Go figure. Okay, Barrett's happy now. Record attendance now 3,308. And then gate receipts 150K, which we probably had to split as well. That is that's 90K more than the last one that we end up having. Let's see if it ends up moving us up in terms of the staff thing. Nope, looked at the wrong thing. We're still favor personnel. We haven't quite made it to icons yet. We should be icon though. Christian Green is though. Is he a coach now? Ooh, he's head of development. We might have to bring him in. I think we're going to. But he's 34. It looks like he's retired from soccer now. And we're still his favorite person, so... Alright, interesting. We'll definitely have to do that. So we'll end up ending it here. Next time you'll see us, we will be in League 2, though. And hopefully we can put a dent in that and at least stay up. I feel as though we have like a three-year window. I said the same thing last season, but it's going to be at least one season to kind of figure everything out and at least get the finances behind it, and maybe even getting some renos of some sort throughout the season, and hopefully just establish ourselves. And then season 2, I feel as though we'll get enough players from the top teams. Maybe even some loanies might end up helping us. But second year is going to be about mid-table to top middle. And then third year, we should fight for promotion. But hopefully we can do it earlier. Maybe even skip one. If we can finish mid-table, then that's a huge jump from what we were expecting. But let's see what's in store for us for our third season in charge.